Well, good day to you, my Facebook family and friends, and my YouTube viewers. I'm so excited about today. Today is a wonderful day. If you have already been complaining, stop right now and be thankful for everything that you have. All right, today's word of inspiration and empowerment is cast all your cares upon Him. That's right. I want you to cast all your cares upon God, for it is true, He cares for you. I heard a very interesting message on this week, and it was one that really caused me to ponder and to think about some things concerning my life and the relationships that I've built, with people. And this message was in three categories. It was talking about friendships, and the three categories was, the first one was confidants, then constituents, and comrades. That's right. And maybe you all have had an opportunity to also hear this message by Bishop T.D. Jakes. And it was a message, as I said before, that kind of caused me to think about my position in people's lives and their position in my life. And just recently, my husband and I, many of you know, he's a pastor and I am an evangelist, and we spend a lot of time traveling and ministering to people. And sometimes, it can become very overwhelming. And there are times that we as ministers and as leaders, as people, period, we look for people to pour into our lives because we are always pouring into the lives of other people. And I must be honest with you, it is very hard to really have or find a confidant. And that is someone that you can trust deeply in, someone that you can cry your eyes out to, someone that you can tell things that you just wouldn't tell to any or share with anybody else. And so I was really kind of thinking about that, and I'm like, wow, I don't mean any harm, to anybody else, but, I kind of hope and pray that we get to a point where we stop being so selfish and so self-centered that we only think about ourselves, but that we come to a spiritual place of maturity where we can pour into the lives of other people. It shouldn't always be a one-way thing. You buy a one-way ticket, you get there. If you want to get back, you got to buy another ticket to return. And I just think that relationships should have a return. If I call you, you should call me. If I'm encouraging you, you should be encouraging me. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Nevertheless, I understand why. Because there are few people, I should say, that will really have what is considered to be a confidant in their lives. There are so many constituents and so many comrades, that we have people, constituents, they'll be with you as long as everything is going good, but as soon as, things change, then they change. As soon as they get another group of friends, all of a sudden you aren't as significant anymore. You aren't that important. They've gotten what they wanted to get, and so they're going on to the next group that's doing what they want to do. And that's unfortunate because we invest feelings, we invest time, into these types of relationships without really understanding what their purpose really is. So we get it confused. We think that they're confidants when in all actuality, they're just constituents. Then we get ourselves involved with comrades, and as soon as the purpose, whatever it is that they served in our lives, is over. They aren't for you, but they aren't against you. It's just that so you happen to be going down the same path. Maybe you're their ride to get them to where they're trying to go. Or maybe they're your ride to just get you to where your next point of destination or destiny is. But you know what? No matter what the case is, we have to be willing to recognize this, to understand it, and to accept it, and then in love move on. And that may not be easy for everybody because, like me, maybe you didn't understand that, to the point of the way that it is being brought forth to you now. And maybe you're trying to hold on to constituents and comrades, but they aren't confidants. But I want to tell you today, as my husband encouraged me through the Holy Spirit, that God is our confidant. God is the one that you can tell everything to. He won't go and share it with everybody else. He won't, leave you because he found other friends that are more important. He's not a comrade to the point where once you've served your purpose in the person's life, then now they're gone on. The victory has been won. They got what they wanted and they're moving on. God is not that. God is the one that you can cast all your cares upon upon Him, because He truly cares for you. He loves you with an unconditional love. You can tell Him, how you feel about things. You can let Him know when you're afraid. You can let Him know when, you're anxious and you're not sure. You can ask Him for direction. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. He won't break your heart. He won't disappoint you. He's not like people to where we do things that they don't like. They stop calling us. They stop communicating with us. Well, those are constituents. Those are not confidants. Because a confidant will be there with you no matter what, on a consistent, continuous basis. And it's time that we understood who's in our lives, why they're there, and then when it's time for them to go, let them go. But God will be there forever for us. So the time that we spend developing relationships with other people, let's focus and let's look at that time and really consider and refocus that time to put it on our relationship with God. Because I'm here to tell you, when all the dust clears, when all the smoke settles, it's going to be God that will be there with you. He'll help you to bring your dreams to pass, your aspirations. He'll give you the strength to be able to overcome everything. He'll heal you from a broken heart. He'll restore you. He'll refresh you. He'll enlighten you. It's God who is our confidant. And I don't have to feel bad anymore. You don't have to feel bad anymore, wondering how come you don't have that person in your life that you can trust to that point, that you can just be yourself and they accept you the way that you are. I'm here to tell you, God is that one. He'll accept you just the way that you are and love you regardless and in spite of what you've done, who you were. He'll forgive you. He will comfort you. He will position you. He will elevate you. I tell you, God, He is our confidant. Be blessed, my Facebook family and friends. I hope that you continue to have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with more words of inspiration and empowerment that I hope and pray it has a long-term impact and effect on your life. Be blessed.